with a brand new update on the health of Pope Francis.
The Vatican said a short time ago the 88-year-old pontiff has slightly improved, but he remains in critical condition. Pope Francis has been hospitalized for 10 days. He was diagnosed with pneumonia in both lungs just last week. Yesterday, the Vatican also announced he is being treated for mild kidney failure.
A prayer service in St. Peter's Square is scheduled to begin next hour. Catholics around the world have been praying for the Pope's health and recovery. Joining us now, NBC News international correspondent Claudio Lavanga at the Vatican for us, and NBC News medical contributor Dr. Torres. Claudio, I'll start with you. What is the very latest now? What is the Vatican saying about the Pope's health?
Hey, Kate. Well, perhaps the most reassuring statement we got from the Vatican for a few days now. As you said, the Pope is not out of danger yet. He's still in critical condition, but he shows a slight improvement. Also, the statement said that today he had no more of those asthmatic respiratory crises that he had on Saturday that were very worrying to the doctors. And also the laboratory tests have improved. He continues to receive oxygen, the doctor said, but he has been receiving oxygen through his nostrils for the past few days to help him breathe, but of a lower percentage now. Also, he said that this morning there are a few signs that he's getting better because he received the Eucharist. He went back doing some work, and he also called the parish in Gaza, as he's done almost every day since the start of the war. So fairly reassuring news from the Vatican, Kate.
Dr. John, let's bring you in. What's your reaction to this latest update from the Vatican?
Well, I think in this latest update, we're hearing a couple things. One, we're hearing that he does seem to be slightly improving, but at the same time, we have to take that with a bit of caution because in the statement, they're saying he's still critical. He hasn't had any of those respiratory issues that he had before, like Claudio was mentioning, but at the same time, they're not giving us a prognosis because they're being conservative. So that critical, not getting a prognosis, means that he's still not out of the woods. They're still going to keep an eye on him. And we do have to remember, he is 88, and so he's at that point right now where, unfortunately, this could go either way. He could get better or he could get worse very quickly.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about that, Dr. John, because he's 88. He has double pneumonia and kidney failure. That sounds serious. If you were treating a patient with a similar profile, what would you be saying? What would be your concerns?
And there's a lot of things going on here, and they always talk about how this is a very complex situation they're dealing with. He's got the double pneumonia, he's got the polymicrobial infection, which means they're battling more than one germs. He had the mild kidney disease, and on top of that, he had the anemia, which could be a result of the kidney disease. And so all these things they're trying to treat at the same time. He is 88, which means his immune system isn't as healthy as it was before. So as a doctor, what I am saying is that, you never know what's going to happen the next day, and it's not going to be surprising if he goes either way, if he gets better or, unfortunately, if he gets worse and possibly even dying. But the main point here, and I can't overemphasize this, is you need to talk to the patient, the Pope in this case, and see what he wants us to do as far as how aggressive he wants the treatment to be, Kate.
And, of course, we're not just talking about a patient, right? We're talking about the Pope. So, Claudio, what kind of reaction have you been hearing from visitors at the Vatican about his condition?
Hey, Zinkler. Well, this is a busier year here at the Vatican because it's Jubilee year, so there are more pilgrims than usual. And a lot of people who come here, of course, they pray for the Pope to get better. And tonight, in about an hour from now, right there in St. Peter's Square behind me, the cardinals will also gather here to recite a rosary for Pope Francis, and that will be presided by the Vatican Secretary of State, Pietro Parolin.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.